The new energy vehicle sales in China for the month of March were around 455,000. Now, this represented a 122% increase year over year and a 43.6% increase for the February, or when comparing to the NEF sales which were reported in February in China, which is something that is truly amazing. And one just has to see that this new energy or this NEF vehicle sales continue to increase massively when looking or comparing to the previous sales in the previous months and the previous quarters and the previous years, which is something that must just show you that the demand of these NEF sales, it looks like it is going to continue increasing even in the years to come. Well, before we continue as to how does this impact or going to positively impact the NEO stock, please note that this video is just for entertainment purposes and you should not take it as a professional financial advice video. And please just do me a favor, I would really appreciate if you can just hit that likes button, as it improves or as it helps improving the YouTube's algorithm. So as I've said, guys, the NEF sales, it looks like this is showing some very good positive signs, showing what we can expect for the rest of the year in 2022. And with a company like NEO, which already also is planning to maintain 100% delivery rate when comparing to the car sales they delivered, or the car sales they generated in the year 2021 of over 91,000, is something that by just seeing the growth in this NEF sales, we can definitely see that even for a company like NEO, we can see, or we can possibly see it reaching to that target of getting to deliver over 182,000 vehicles for the year 2022. Now, out of these 455,000 which were sold in China this month, 81.5% of the cars were electric vehicle companies, so it was full electric vehicle companies, whereas the 18.5 it was plug-in or hybrid vehicles, which is something that must just show you that electric vehicle companies, which is a segment that also NEO falls under, it is one of the segments that is seriously dominating these NEV or new energy vehicle sales, as it currently stand or constitute to about 81.5% of the total NEV sales, which is something that is truly amazing, which is why I'm telling you this can be a very positive thing that we can also, or makes us to positively believe that a company like NEO can easily or will see or might see NEO delivering 182,000 vehicles this year, simply for a fact that car sales, or the fully electric car sales, are now constituted around 81.5%, which I think it has to be taken as a very good sign. Now, of course, one of the things that might impact, and I'm saying might because it might not, of course, impact the car sales going forward, is the fact that most of the automakers or most of the companies that produce these vehicles, they announce the price hikes on their vehicles, which is something that, of course, like I said, it might affect or impact maybe sales going forward. We don't know by how much, or it might not, because you remember that also a lot of people, especially with the fact that gasoline is quite expensive due to the tensions that's happening between Ukraine and Russia, is a plus, or is something that, of course, it is probably being the one that is motivating people to come and buy these electric vehicles or these new energy vehicles, cars, which is something that is truly amazing. Now, you remember that people in China, when they buy these EVs, they are getting some subsidies. They get subsidies when they buy these electric vehicles. So it is something that, again, it is motivating people to slowly but surely stop buying those old gas cars, but come and buy good EV cars like NEO, which is something that I think personally is still going to make, of course, us to see the demand even in the future on these electric vehicles cars. Now, same as the other automakers, NIO, as per my yesterday's video, will be also increasing their vehicle prices, which of course it does not include, or the increase won't be in all of their vehicles, but it's on their old existing vehicles like the NIO ES6, ES8 and the EC6, the ET5 and the ET7. We read that NIO said that the prices of those will remain the same, but again, the increase in these price sales on their old models, of course, it's a good thing, as number one, it, like I said in my yesterday's video, is going to increase NIO's revenue, and number two, of course, it also benefits maybe some of the existing users, as they will have an opportunity, ladies and gents, to upgrade their hardwares on their car. So you remember that NIO, as one of my previous videos, as I said, they will be upgrading hardwares on their old models. So they will be bringing some latest technologies in some of those old models, which is something that is incredible. So they will start selling those new cars, or those, they will start offering those new ES6, ES8 and the EC6 with the latest technology, or with the latest hardware, which is something that is truly amazing, because again, I will say this again, it takes away some of the things that some of the NIO users or some of the people in China were saying, that NIO current existing models are a bit outdated. So this, or the fact that NIO will be now upgrading the hardware, is something that will make their cars or their EV models to be relevant, especially the old ones. Now with the new ones, you don't have to worry about that, because we know that the technology that is coming with on their latest models, which namely the ET7, which has already started with the deliveries, ET5 and the ES7, will be top notch and will be so up to date. And I think some of the people are saying that the technology that's on those cars, or 3 cars, is ahead of its time, which is something that must just show you that technology wise, ET5, ET7 and the upcoming ES7 will be having some good technology. So I'm telling you this March NAF sales simply because I want to show you the good numbers that are being reported in China. I mean, you might have to see, having to see that total global EV sales in 2021 was around 6.75 million, of which 3.4 million only came in China. Just has to show you of how robust China is when it comes to this EV sales. And even for this year, I definitely think that we are going to see China reporting yet again 100% or over 100% increase on these EV sales, which is something that is truly amazing, because that will mean that obviously China is going to sell over 7 million units for this year 2022, which is something that will be so amazing. And with that, again, I personally believe that the way we are seeing demand in these EV sales, or in these EV cars, we are to, or I'm still very positive, and I believe that NIO can still deliver a minimum of 180,000 vehicles for this year. I mean, NIO, the good thing is that they have not reiterated or came to revise their delivery targets for the year, but that is why I'm still very positive that NIO will be able to deliver those 182,000 vehicles as said by the CEO after NIO Day 2021. So I'm still very much bullish on the NIO stock, and I still very believe that NIO is going to deliver over 180,000 cars, because the demand of electric vehicles cars in China just continue to grow. It's continuing to increase, which is something that is a plus, and it's going to make electric vehicles like company continue to flourishing throughout the upcoming years, which is something that has to motivate you and me to probably stay long onto these companies, or EV companies like NIO, who are set to do very well, because this demand that we are seeing on these electric vehicles in China, I definitely think that it's going to continue to grow even in the years to come. Otherwise, I just thought I should just do this quick video and give you as to why I think a company like NIO has got a very bright future. looking at these nerve sales that were just reported recently. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that likes button, comment and subscribe. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you load the boat, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you are investing into these stocks. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. God bless you all.